This me, Brian. Excuse me. This morning, yeah, it's still morning. The project of the day is, it's a big one. Anyways, we've been having a problem with the well. Now this pipe here allegedly goes down 180 feet to the water table, the well. Right, and because of these trees, all these little trees right here, right, probably the big ones, right, and the ground is all smooshy and muddy and wet. Remember, we live in a salt marsh. Right, the roots have invaded the pipe, and it's clogging the flow, because from here, it comes up out of the ground here, right, over, and then runs the diagonal line over to there where the pump is, and then from the pump, right, it runs into the house. Over there's another big hole in the ground. I don't know what that's for. It's a big hole in the ground. But, last month, they poisoned that one. We didn't have any water for, a week and a half. Right. So yesterday, you guessed it, right? She's trying to kill the tree roots. Now, basically what she did was she poisoned the water in the well until it pumps through. All right, now. The easy solution would have been to just drill another hole, you know what I'm saying? Right, and connect it to the existing pump, right, and all that stuff. But, that's expensive, costs a little bit of money, and you damn sure ain't going to drill no 180-foot hole with one of these. I think we're down about 2 feet right there. I didn't do any of this. I was asked to, pitch in this morning and, do what I think and think what I do. Try to fix it. This morning I'm going to do something about the trees, right? Right, because the second part of the project involves the pump. Right now, people, please. I'm gonna say this kind of strongly. If you kind of sort of don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Try to find somebody that knows what they're doing, has experience doing it before, and knows, how to do it correctly. Just broke it down there too. And there's Doobie. Alright, so obviously you can see what needs to be done here. Alright, so I don't need to explain. Yeah, rework the whole thing. So that's where they went to go get more parts and glue. Right, and probably later today, I'll be doing this part here. Right, but in the meantime, we got the forest. Okay, pretty much cut them all down right there. Cut all the way back to that line to right here, and the battery died. Alright, so this is a pile I got right here, and I already took one tree over there. Alright, so. Chickens. These are all the hens. Right? Rock. Out. Whoos. Out. Made my toasting. See, they're all the females right here. Anyways, a couple of tips. Number one, right? I'm saying, always remember that each one of the collars or connectors or 90 or whatever you're sticking the pipe in is always a half inch deep. So you gotta cut your pipe, you gotta add an extra half inch when you're cutting your pipe. Don't measure from here, measure from the middle of here. Right? Secondly, right, this is the biggest reason why it comes apart when people, after people think they're done and it's perfect, because they believe what it says on the stupid can, that the primer and the glue instantly dries. No. Right? When you're putting it together, when you put the primer on, right, you say wait till it dries. Right? Then when you put the glue, and you put the glue in both parts, right, all the way around, right, and then stick them together, you twist them, and you keep twisting it until it stops. Right? At that point, the glue and the primer have spread all the way around, right? And it's bonded. It's vulcanized itself together. Just like when you're patching the bike tire, the rubber to the rubber with the glue is the vulcanizing agency that bonds them two together. When you have that twist locked, right? Then it's all the way in, it's all the way, right? Now, right, it's not dry. You gotta leave it alone, let it be for at least an hour. The biggest mistake people make is as soon as they get it locked on, they plug it in, they turn it on, blows the thing out because it's not dry and it's not sealed. Let it go for about an hour. It's been about an hour. Alright, and then plus I reworked the bottom of the thing for her, and she did some other stuff. I'm gonna go find some stuff right now to stuff in here and here, right, to make it fit, right, tighter bit so it doesn't vibrate and break the pipes loose again. Right, in the meantime, I'm ready for the battery, and we're gonna commence. Drop it down the forest over here. Man, I sound like an eco-terrorist, don't I? like one of those big fat Republican billionaire dudes, like, yeah, mow it all down, we don't want it anyway. So I sound like, don't I? These are actually weed trees right here. The bigger ones are Russian, I believe, are Russian olive trees. They're stickers, they got stickers on them. They're mean, they're nasty. Right? They're olives ain't worth eating, they're not. See, look at them spikes. All right. And then they don't really give you no shade or nothing, right? And they're like a weed. In Phoenix, back in Arizona, they have trees like this. They have these all over the place. They make a big gigantic mess. They start out as a weed. This runs along the water table where the water is, right here. So that's the problem. So as soon as the battery's done, I'm going to start going again right here. We're going to widen this path for the tractor to go through because he's going to dig a trench between here and there where the water is. All right. So anyways, I'm just waiting for the battery. End of part 5. Water pressure. Crazy, huh? That's only like 28 pounds. Okay, here we are, the next morning. Well, it's 3 minutes to noon, so the next day. Alright, not it's all dry, not a drip, not a drinkle, not a nothing. Alright, you look down there. Alright. What I did was I went over yonder in the pile over there, and I found an old pillow that's still in pretty good shape, right, and a couple of blankets or sheets. I folded them up, made them fit in down in there real good, snug. See, it does, it's going to vibrate a little bit, but not much. And it's not as much as it did. Right, I flattened out the ground. Right, put the 2 boards back in the right way. Right, that pair of channel locks just in case. It's running. Right now holding almost 3 bars, 40 pounds of pressure. And you can see the gauge right here. It's been working pretty good. As you can see, it's all brand new. I ended up having to cut it and then add a new collar. Right, because you account for because this one here was the one that was leaking when we put it back together. Right, because we didn't get it tight enough, so I had to cut it and twist it around one more time. So I just took it off and put some Teflon tape on, right, and then smeared the groove, then the Teflon tape, and spun it back on. Got it really tight and good. And you cut that one, and then I had to do this one, readjust for it, because as you can see, the thing doesn't actually set straight. This one goes that way, and this one goes this way, just barely. All right, so, but it's all good and tight. It's working like a champ. Yeah. So, it's me, Brian. That's how you do it, right? Fixing the pump from the wellhead, right? Using PVC pipe, right? And how to, re-insulate for the next winter. This is me, Brian. Thank you.